Hello, Amazing Spider-Man fans. It's Filmmaker Mike, and welcome to my The Amazing Spider-Man movie review. So I watched this opening night, and was really excited to see it. And what can I say? But the one word that I could really describe this movie is, amazing. It's an awesome, amazing movie, and of course, we're all aware of the previous Spider-Man trilogy series of Sam Raimi, and of course, the question that's been asked about this, not exactly reboot, but kind of retelling of the origin story, has been put into question. A lot of people have been wondering why bother. But it's definitely a different take on it, and though some things are still similar, it's got its own style, and I really like that about the film. Director Mark Webb, just amazing. He was a perfect guy to. He's a perfect director for this movie, and the cast is what makes this movie. Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker, also as Spider-Man, is just phenomenal. It's just great. He's perfect, and this is a different kind of Peter Parker. It's not the geeky, nerdy Peter Parker that we've seen before. And so I really like that they took a different approach as far as the character of Peter Parker and the story of how his relation to his parents and Uncle Ben and Aunt May were really portrayed. It's something that we haven't really seen before, and I really enjoy that. And Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, just perfect. I believe she originally has red hair, and when they were already talking about making this reboot of this new Spider-Man movie, I always thought she would be perfect for Mary Jane Watson. But now that she's Gwen Stacy, she's also perfect. It's just great casting. Other cast members that was really awesome is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, Rhys Ifans, who played Dr. Kirk Connors, also known as the Lizard. And we also had Dennis Leary as Captain Stacy, which is perfect. Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben, really good. We also got Sally Field as Aunt May, which is, again, excellent casting. And we've got other, supporting characters. But for the main cast, just perfect, just awesome cast. The story itself, I really enjoyed the story. Really liked what they did with it. And the way they did, the special effects, of course, were awesome, were simply amazing. Of course, a lot of people are comparing it with the original, with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It's really hard. It's kind of unfair to actually compare it. Of course, you can't really blame people, but then at the same time, it's kind of unfair to compare both movies. The original Spider-Man was released 10 years ago, so of course special effects and the story that they were telling a different story, so we have to understand that. But I'll get into the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy in other videos that I'd really like to do and really talk about them. And anyway, as far as the Amazing Spider-Man, the special effects were just great. I really liked the fact that we finally get to see Peter Parker develop his own artificial web shooters, which I still don't have any, but hopefully soon. But really awesome. I really liked that. That was one thing that I was looking for, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the artificial web shooters. And of course the suit, the costume. At first, I'm sure a lot of you also felt the same way. When we first saw this new spider suit, this new Spider-Man suit, it's just, what's going on? But then, I really, really like it. It's grown on me, and I like the different style. I like the different take on it. And how it comes to be, how the suit comes to be, and how he makes it. This is, without spoiling anything, this is really great. Of course, the Lizard was really really good choice for a villain for this movie, and it just felt like a Spider-Man, but a different Spider-Man, and that's a good thing. I mean that in a good way, and I'm glad that they did this. I'm excited to see what they're gonna come up with the next two movies, as of course. Everyone saw it coming even before the official announcement that it was going to be a new trilogy, a new series. But it's just great. I really enjoyed it. The music, though, the soundtrack, I can't remember who composed the soundtrack for this Amazing Spider-Man. It's definitely a different soundtrack, definitely a different musical score compared to, and then again, it's kind of hard to not compare. but it's just a different take. And there are some parts that I really like. I really like the music at some parts, but then in some parts it's just like it's okay. It's But I'm thinking about getting the soundtrack. I'm not sure. I think I'd have to watch the movie again, and I do want to watch the movie again. I want to watch it in 3D this time and really see and compare the 3D version with the regular 2D digital version of The Amazing Spider-Man. And I just really enjoyed it. Very enjoyable. There's right amounts of humor, action, adventure, romance, mystery, suspense. Lots of great elements into the story, and I really enjoy that. This movie definitely gets a 2 thumbs up from me, and it does run at 2 hours and 16 minutes, which is pretty long, but it's a really good running time because they take their time with the story, which is really great. It takes a while before we even see Peter Parker, in the suit, but how he comes to be, how he becomes that Spider-Man is just really good, and all the little things that they did differently that you were kind of expecting, but then they did it differently. I really enjoyed it. I really liked that. So, great movie. I don't know why people are comparing this to the Avengers. I don't know why people were expecting something like the Avengers, because first of all, Amazing Spider-Man is different from the Avengers, who is a group of superheroes, compared to one guy. So, really different. But, whatever, I guess. But, I'm really excited for the Blu-ray release of this one, the Blu-ray 3D release. I sure hope that the 3D version is really cool. I think it is. Let me know your thoughts if you saw the 3D version or just the regular 2D digital version, and let me know what you thought of this movie, and feel free to make a video response. But yet again, it does get 2 thumbs up for me. It's definitely a must-see. If you are a Spider-Man fan, a Marvel fan, you need to see this movie and enjoy it. Try not to really compare, try not to think too much, or try not to expect too much, because you won't really enjoy the movie or any movie when you're expecting too much. And it's kind of hard not to with the internet and seeing pictures and hearing stories, and but for me, I try not to expect too much, and just I'll see the trailer, I get really excited about a movie, and pictures, read tidbits, but I don't want to really know what happens in the story. So I just want to sit down and enjoy the movie, and sure enough, I did. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I want to see it again. And when I want to see a movie again at the movie theaters, then it really, it really says something a lot about the movie and how I feel about it and how I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, really great movie, lots of fun, and I'm glad that Spider-Man's back on the big screen. So I can't wait to see what they're going to come up with next. And I will, when I get to see the 3D version, I will make another 3D version Amazing Spider-Man 3D movie review, and my thoughts on the 3D version. So thank you all for watching. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man. Comment below or make a video response. Please feel free to click on the thumbs up button, like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you all again soon, wall crawlers.